Hey guys, it's me Nicole. I own darngoodyarn.com. Today is the 3rd of March and I'm a little bit beside myself today. I originally had intended to make this great video for you today and show you how to finish off these cute little bracelets I made out of recycled resolution. I posted some pictures of them over the weekend and I thought that the start of the week would be a great thing for me to start, and I have another camera I wanted to use, and I get a little bit better light in this one area in my house and do this video, but unfortunately it's kind of underwater right now. So I'm going to show you real quick how to finish this off. I don't even think you can tell, but all of this stuff is sopping wet, and if you want to hear the drama, you'll just have to stick close, and I'll tell you the drama in a second, but I want to show you how to finish these off. So I really suggest, I have a lot of oddballs of yarn around the house that are darn good yarn just because it's my business, right? But recycled resolution is so cool. It keeps, you'll go from quick color changes, which is something I adore, and especially for the spring, fluorescents are really super duper in. And this whole video I was going to do today, when you hear the drama, I was ready for fluorescent because look, I had my fluorescent stockings on. My fluorescent pink ones. I get a lot of looks when I go into town with them on. I think I'm the only person who owns them there, but that's cool. But anyway, so the recycled resolution, if you just have a spare ball this around, or you have extra left over from a project, the simplest things you can do, how you need a quick present for someone, and maybe you'll make them some dishcloths or whatever, make a couple of bangles. Or in my case, I made a headband as well. I think you see it. It's just 3 I cords all kind of looped around, and then I just used it as a headband, which is really cute. But I just used leftover resolution, and it took me 10 minutes for each one. You just whip them out. You use double pointed needles. If you're not familiar with the process of I cords, you should YouTube another video. People will teach it much better than I will. But you're pretty much casting on 3, and then you're moving your stitches over and wrapping the yarn around and then knitting, and you're continuing that process. So instead of knitting back and forth, you're just pulling it across and knitting from, I think it's best, I'm not going to try to explain it because I'll confuse you. You should look it up on YouTube how to do an I cord if you're not familiar with the process. Or if you have a nifty knitter, I think that will do it as well. But anyway, all you have to do is just make an I cord. This one, it's maybe 5 inches, if that. And I like to leave long tails on them because you can sew buttons on if you want to cover up where you're joining it. And all you want to do is you have this tail here at the end of the I cord after it was bound off, and you'll just attach it to the other side of your creation. Now, I am a big fan of the big cheap plastic needles that have huge eyes, you can see. For this kind of yarn, it just makes your life so much easier. And all you have to do is bring it around to the end of your other I cord where you started, and just pull it through, and do that a couple of times. See, so now I've made a bracelet, and you're just going to bring it through, and you're going to try making it nice and even, not make it too chunky, and you're just going to knot it. I work it through, loop it through about 3 times. You see, right now, because the silk is wet, it makes it really difficult to bring the yarn through, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it here. Oh, there we go. So you'll do that, it's all tucked together, and you see how you might have a little bump? See, mine right now is wet, and you'll hear the drama in a second. I'm still freaked out about the whole thing. But once you get that, you can then knot it off, and then you can take a button and attach it, or you can just leave it as is. I mean, here's my finishing. You can see, you can't really even tell. It's not a big deal, but some people might not like the way it's finished if you're just doing it rough. If you're sitting in front of a TV, you just want to do something really quick, sometimes you just want to make your fingers work. These are just so fun to make, and you can see in series how adorable they all look, these really bright colors. But the drama that ensued today, oh God, guys, I had this huge flower vase on my desk, huge, and it was big and bulky, so I didn't knock it over ever. God forbid I did that, it would just be a tidal wave over my whole everything. It'd be awful. So I got up today, I went to the bathroom, came back, and I noticed around this vase, there was a little puddle. I said, oh, maybe I bumped my desk and maybe some water spilled over or something, and I didn't notice it. So I moved it to another desk, and I let my area kind of dry out because my mouse pad and stuff got wet. And so I get up, I do something else, I come back, I set on this other desk, this flower vase, and I notice the puddles there again. I'm like, that's weird. I said I should bring it over to the sink. So I pick it up, and on this other desk I have another computer that Mike uses and I use and Tia uses. I also have like some photography, photography lamps, and it's just like stuff you don't want to get wet. Anyway, so this vase, here it is. I picked it up, and the whole thing, the whole bottom, sheared right off. Here's the bottom, and the whole thing, see, it's a big vase, just came off. The water was filled up to like here, flooded everywhere, got my computer wet, got everything wet, got my carpet wet, the floor wet, speakers wet, power units, like I have a backup power unit because we have a lot of blackouts here. Everything got soaking wet, and I'm like, are you kidding me? You can probably hear my dehumidifier in the background. So I've been like struggling with that. Pier 1 made the vase. I contacted them, so hopefully someone will get back to me. I'm kind of completely freaked out about the whole thing, but just a word to a wise, don't. I mean, even if you think it's a nice heavy, but look, it's a really thick glass. Even if you think it's like thick and well made, that's too much. So I'm kind of like, oh my God, don't cry, just laugh. It's gonna be okay. But yeah. Just pray that my computer makes it and my carpet makes it. You know when everything has a kind of flower water smell? It's all over my carpet, so I'm trying to let it dry first, get all the components dry, and then I'm going to shampoo the carpet, and like, OMG, what a day. But that's the drama today, kids. Hopefully in the next couple of days this will get dried up, and then I'll be able to have a really nice set for Darn Good Yarn videos from here on in. And if you have questions about the bracelets, let me know. They're really simple. Just I-cord it, finish it off, and bam, you have some cool bangles. But I really suggest using the recycled resolution for these bangles. And maybe like a size 6 double pointed needle. I've used, unless you're like holding 2 strands together, I've even used like 10.5s, but I like the smallest needle that you can possibly work the yarn through is usually the best, since these will have stretch, especially when they get wet, I've learned. But that's it, everyone. I hope you have a great day, and a dry one, more dry than mine, and that's it. See ya. Bye.